smaller ones. And there was this uniqueness that I was looking for in a studio that is very hard to see, which is the vintage feel. That was why I decided to go, or we decided to go with vintage feel. So Yardman Studio is actually a unique vintage studio that serves photographers, videographers, and content creators, and also for intimate events for now. But it was registered as also an event location, providing them with the gears, the props, and the space needed for them. And they can actually book hourly to make it easy for those that doesn't have big budgets to rent a whole day. There are some studios that you can't rent hourly. You have to pay a whole day that it costs a whole lot to book a whole day because you can't book hourly. So we decided to opt for hourly bookings so it can accommodate more people and people coming in to photography, because photography is actually a very capital intensive business. If you decide I want to own your own studio, it costs millions of naira, and not everybody has that luxury to do that. I, for one, starting out, I couldn't afford those equipment. So this is one of the reasons why I actually decided to start a studio like this, but giving the unique touch. So we have from vintage props to vintage walls. You can see vintage walls, and the surroundings just give the vintage vibes for any shoot. And I understand that vintage vibe never really go out of existence. There's always a need for that vibe, because there's this creativity that comes in with the vintage aesthetics. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. It was launched around 18th of October 2024, but we started opening our doors for rentals towards the end of November. I can't give a specific number, but from then till now, we've been able to service over 70 unique clients, and I've gotten around 120 bookings all through now, making monthly we average around 100 to 300k plus for now. So what we'll be using the grant for now will be getting some more props and also running of ads to make more people, to create awareness for the studio. We've actually, the way we get our clients more, people booking the studio, have been mainly, I would say 80%, 70 to 80% ads, because people don't really know about us. So we need to push our studio to the faces of people, and that's what we'll be using it for, more of ads, and then getting more props, because we still need more vintage props. Vintage props, you think they are quite cheap, but no, they aren't. They're actually more expensive because they are not easy to see. So this is what we'll be putting our money in more, putting on vintage props, and then hiring more staffs to be able to aid and create ease for the studio services. Okay, on our team presently, we have me, we have just three actually, with me doing majority of this stuff, like from running the ads, the administrative work, and then I have a studio manager that manages the studio. But we're actually looking forward to adding a studio manager and a social media manager to it. That's depending on how our income grows. So the main aim for this studio is not only to benefit myself and my family, it will be beneficial to other young individuals like myself, other young creatives that are looking to intern or just get job for something, to earn a living, at least for something that they can use to keep body and soul together. With this, I hope I'll be considered for the grant, and I hope I've actually been able to convince you guys that the grant will be put to good use. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul Jelly King. We're going to go right into the next presentation, and then we'll take a little music break to stretch our legs, and then we'll go into the next one. All right, so the next presentation is Adeleke Isaac of Crave. Adeleke Isaac of Crave. Please turn on your mic when it's time for you to answer your questions. Thank you very much. Kings Media,
Hello
over to
everyone,
you.
my name is Isaac Adeleke Bright Isaac. You can also call me Ziki. Today I'll be pitching Crave. It's all about intentional eating. It helps you eat intentionally and rewards you for your progress. So what makes Crave unique is that it rewards you for the progress you make as you take off those tasks in the app. So healthy living is challenging, especially nutrition. Yes, everyone craves to be healthy, but there's conflicting nutritional advice, there's complex meal planning, and there's high costs. So Crave comes in as a solution for very busy entrepreneurs or employees that don't really have time to plan or go to the market or actually hire a nutritionist to help them with their nutrition. So there's an AI nutritionist that guides those that are interested. Then there are Web3 rewards that helps you stay on track and be able to enjoy the process of being healthy. What Crave does is basically making the process of intentional eating, that's mindful nutrition, simple and enjoyable. So yes, crave is an alternate spelling of crave. Yeah, everybody has cravings, for sugar. So crave is about making people's unconscious cravings conscious. Thank you very much. It's very, okay, next slide. So it's all about making wellness simple. The AI eliminates the confusion. You have a guide. It makes it clear the path you are to take, the steps, and the progress you are making. Affordable access is possible through the app to connect directly to local and nutritional food sources at budget-friendly prices. The problem with nutrition is when you search for nutrition online, they give you broccoli, they give you lettuce. But yeah, in the local space you are in, there are other nutritional meals, beans, that are nutritious but are not easily identifiable based on the nutritious content in them. So that's where AI comes in. Apart from being a guide, you can scan those foods so you'll be informed. And the secret to being intentional is to be informed. Yes, so Crave also makes Web3 rewards available to you. You can redeem tokens once you've, yeah, it's a rewarding experience. You can redeem tokens once you tick off those tasks or goals you have as you make progress towards it. Thank you. It provides incentives for the healthy lifestyle. So how it works, you scan the meal to understand what is about, the calories, the nutrients. It identifies the ingredients, the nutrition, and we're working on it to be able to identify the origin, so you'll be adequately informed of what you're eating and be intentional about how you go about eating. So there's the AI personalization. It helps you plan meals, dynamic meal personalization. The diet of an athlete is different from the diet of someone that just needs energy to get about the day. And it's different from someone who cycles, or it's different from, so everybody has their individual needs. So to have this solution is to be intentional about your lifestyle and how you want to go about it. So there's a local connection and you can earn rewards. Next slide. So the wellness industry is a $1 trillion opportunity. This is the market opportunity. It's going to be a hungry future. People have diverse lifestyles, but they crave to be healthy. Yes, tailored nutrition, like I mentioned earlier with the AI. Web3 adoption, people are getting to know about Web3. There's this mass adoption. People want to understand it, and it can be a way for people to actually get involved while it's solving problems, and early investors in this will actually have a high yield in return because of mass adoption. And the local food movement. Local is the new healthy. So yes, people are increasingly health conscious and they are open to opportunities for simple solutions that can help them achieve their goals. So our unique advantage, yes, it's not just another scanning app. There are a lot of apps that you can just scan your food and it shows you the calories. But here, it's the incentive. You can get Web3 tokens like cryptocurrency that can be used to redeem rewards once you've hit your goals. It's not you must, you must not. So yes, after you achieve those goals, you hit the gym, you fast, or depending on your lifestyle, you can always go to the spa with the tokens you have gotten or the cryptocurrency. And if you just want to Netflix, there can be discounts, just specific personalized rewards based on the goals you have had initially. So yes, if you want to go to the spa, you want to have a night out with friends. So their partnerships will partner with on the platform can be used to, make themselves feel good, enjoy themselves. Yes, that's it. So holistic AI is more about the whole process of being healthy and tangible value with Web3 incentivizing long-term health habits and blockchain rewards. There's trust in it and your health data is safe. Then local integration, what happens to the grandma who sells agbado that knows nothing about Web3? The barrier to entry is going to be very, very high in the nearest future. If you're not a, in quote, I don't want to say billionaire, if you don't have a lot of money, it will be hard to, get involved with Web3. So that's the problem we're also trying to solve for the local people. Thank you. So our business model is premium subscriptions. I actually tried it once. I subscribed to an eatery for a month. I didn't get hungry. So it's like, for this month, this is the money I'm going to pay. So I just come and I eat, and it's great for the business as they can budget. So yeah, with time, with collaborations and partnerships, it'll be possible for people to subscribe to healthy dishes and be able to get money. Yes, we have the partnerships, we have local advertising. This is taking Africa to the world. This is taking our farmers to the world. This is taking our nutrition to the world. Then transaction fees with Web3 can also help us make money. So I'll be going to the end. We are building a team in AI. My mentor is available to help train the machine learning models to ensure it uses accurate data and it doesn't hallucinate. So we'll keep on, the core competencies are here. We'll keep on reaching out, going for incubator programs. If we get the funding now, if we are asked at the next stage, how much have you raised, we'll be able to gather confidence, investor confidence, we'll be able to gather the talent, and we'll be able to gather momentum if you invest, because it's a very, very, very lucrative opportunity. If you're intentional and you like people to be intentional, this is for you. So I ask, we'll be using our ask for the AI development, the Web3 infrastructure to scale operations, to make sure people know about it, and for the team growth. So our ask is 300,000 Naira for beginners. We use 40%, in the technology and product development. There are APIs, there are already functional apps or software that actually can scan. So we can
Right now. Give me a second.
but
Okay.
the nutrition kind of wellness side, not necessarily the e-commerce food, but that's just a unique thing about it that, okay, even if I'm not really into the tech thing, but you see those apples at that place we went to in that app, and you see those pineapples. I didn't know pineapples could be that fresh. So there's that
community kind of, okay, this is a great place to source for local produce that can, actually help them still achieve their goals. So it's more about the wellness nutrition part. I don't know if that answered the question.
Yes, it does. I think you're very, very focused on wellness, which is good because it means you have a niche market. Because I think I was waiting for you to pick a side. So I had a question for you, whether side you picked, you know. So I think it's good to do that. And I'm also curious to you mentioned a bit about one of your business model being subscriptions, right? And you mentioned your experience with subscriptions, right? Do you mind sharing what your projections are, right? I'm also trying to interact your prototype, but I'm just curious to know what your projections are, like in 3 to 6 months. How many people do you think would you love to adopt your solution, and how do you plan to acquire that number of people?
Okay. Well, 3 to 6 months is a long time, so I believe around in Lagos, it's specifically for people with busy lifestyles, people that want to be healthy, people that want to be intentional. So max 500 if they are targeted. If they are like, first of all, I have to pitch it to people that can actually afford the solution. I put a questionnaire, there's a type form in the to kind of gather the features they would like. So in the first 6 months, are around 500 people hyper targeted, not just a general, like, okay, this person is busy, this person is a bank, what bank top gun, he wants to be healthy. He just wants to know, okay, what do I need to eat? Uh, AI, tell me, I need energy. I manage a lot of people. I need to stay on top performance. So the AI can say, okay, on your way to work, there's akara. Oh, you mean akara is protein? I can just take akara instead of struggling to buy turkey and still get that kind of. So it's more like that kind of hyper personalized. But within 3 to 6 months, I'm saying 500 because it's realistic. But if we were to run ads, yeah, there could be that exponential effect. But if we were to target, 6 months is a long time, like a particular target audience of high performers who have a very busy lifestyle and would like to just be more intentional about their health so they can have the energy and can actually enjoy their job. Sometimes it's not about the stress of the job, it's just they're not eating well, they're not intentional about some certain things. So 500, then you add, it could be exponential, 1,000, That's if I'm not saying kindly repost or kindly share with, you know, your friends or your WhatsApp status, that kind of thing. So I believe that's
Okay, thank you. I
about
have
it.
two more questions for you. Very, very two quick questions. So the next question is about, why are you the guy to help solve this problem? Like, what's your X factor? Why are you so attached to this problem? There's something called founder problem fit. So it's a case of why you the
Yeah.
founder to liberate people that are unhealthy and help them improve their healthy living
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah, so the thing is, I actually studied human anatomy. I wanted to
Oh,
study medicine.
interesting.
Most of the times, the things they talk about, this disease, that disease, into so much accurate detail that I'm like, if we actually studied how to prevent it in the first place, we
Okay.
wouldn't even have so many.
Hmm.
And my final year paper was there's this thing, polycystic ovarian syndrome. We actually tested it like on Wister rats. Tiger nut ameliorates PCOS. The average person would just, I'm not, it's too expensive. I'm not drinking tiger nut. But if someone knows that, okay, this thing has this function, they will want to pay more attention. They want to care. So it's part of why I just want to make people informed so they can like be more intentional about what they put in their mouth. And most times people know what they are doing. They know the sweet will, but they just want it to be as sweet. It should not be like we are doing gym or we are going to carry weight when we want to be eating pawpaw or carrots, that kind of thing. So just make it enjoyable and not a chore.
Yeah,
I would call it.
interestingly, I mean, I study human anatomy as well. Um,
Uh,
yeah, but I've veered off that path a long time ago.
Same
Like,
here. I mean, AI,
um,
I mean
um,
data. Yeah.
to your point when you're talking about people picking akara over turkey, I don't know. Good luck with that. Uh,
No, no, no. I'm just saying, like alternatives that are more
no, I know, I know, I know.
accessible around. Yeah,
I'm just on a lighter note. I think my last
yeah.
question would be around competition, right? I think obviously I mentioned So Fresh. I also know that a couple of other people that are quite health inclined as well. Are trying to
Yeah.
solve this problem. So what's your landscape like, competitive landscape? And I mean, what do you think gives you an advantage, so to speak?
Well, the thing about the solution is actually a collaboration kind of thing, a community kind of thing.
Okay.
Community wins most times in Web3 because most of the top brands, when they don't have their following, like when they don't provide value enough to their fans or their customers, they switch. But if it's like in a space where, okay, this thing has contributed this much to me to help me achieve my goals, they are likely to want to, okay, let's say how we can bring more people. This is how we are making money. Would you like to make money? If you don't want to make money, it's not by force. We are trying to like create an ecosystem to just like empower each person as this person is getting healthy. This farmer is selling, and people are not even sending farmers like that anymore. And it's their stuff that is the nutritional. So it's just like people that will want to partner if they see it is of benefit to them, short term, long term. And the thing about Web3 is the world is changing. Farms are already going, they are tokenizing it. They're already going blockchain. So a brand that is not like, no, me, myself, we know what we are doing. We are the top dogs. The thing about business is businesses that don't evolve dissolve. So if they don't want to be a part of it, it's okay. But if you say this is how it works, this is how you can make money, this is how you can get new customers, and they are buying your products, we will just be getting the pay off it. It's like this Binance transaction thing on every, what's it called? You pay this at, and it's tiny. It's just to maintain the platform and to make sure everything goes on. So I believe that's just the unique thing about it,
Yeah, so
and
I think
that's
that's fine.
how
Thank you. I think we have to move on.
all right.
Apologies for the just wanting to get more context. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, thank you very much. Actually,
Yeah.
All right. I think most of the questions Demola asked already helped to put perspective to some of the things I would even want to ask. Well done, Isaac. The only question I have at the
thank you so
moment
much.
is just to know what data does your AI use for recommendation? I mean, is it a global nutrition API or whatever it is? Because I'm
Okay.
trying to see how you would narrow it down to the Nigerian diet. I mean, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, so that's the part about collaboration that's really important. I believe we have the data available. There are research centers like Unilag. Probably I could go to their food science and tech and say their department and say I'm doing this solution, I'm building this solution. This is what I am doing. Would like to make it evidence-based and would like you to be part of this. So when we pitch it, they'll know it's a serious thing. It's not just some how do I put it? AI, it's like backed up with evidence. So I believe the way I could go about it, or we as a team, when we come together to build it, is to actually, while we are building the AI, bring people on board, researchers, nutritionists, my mentor, Dr. Jesu Pelumi Adeni, I could reach out to her to get guidance about how to build it and all. She's in the preventive healthcare and nutrition space. She's a doctor too, so their
Thank you, Isaac.
nutrition. Yeah,
I
okay.
think
So that's how.
I already got what I needed from that, but I think you need to look at that area critically
All
because
right.
what data the data goes a long way in affecting the overall experience for your customers, right?
Yes,
Because
yes,
the data is what informs the AI recommendation. Am I correct?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
it
So
is.
I think we really need to look into that, but
Into that.
very well done to you. I appreciate
Definitely.
all of
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Well,
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adeleke Isaac of Crave. That was a great presentation. I know someone has his hand up, but unfortunately, we're able to take your question. We have to move on to the next presentation, or should we do like a 1 minute stretch? Should we breathe a little bit, or should we move on? Let me see with my bosses. I think we're going to go to the next presentation. All right, so the next presentation is Ogechukwu Ofili of Love and Treats. Please turn on your camera and your mic when it's time to ask questions. For King's Media, over to you.
Have you ever gotten a food tray from your friend after a long day? Or gotten chocolates and ice cream from your bestie after a heartbreak? Or maybe hubby picks up your favorite asu or suya or grilled turkey on his way back home after you've had a long day with the kids. Or maybe you traveled for a speaking engagement and the host drops a food basket and a bouquet of flowers. Something about seemingly small things have a way of making your day. Because why? More than just fuel and nourishment for the body, food is a love language. Hi, my name is Ogechukwu. I'm the CEO and head concierge of Love and Treats. Love and Treats is a treat-based gifting and experience company. In simple terms, we are how you express love, appreciation, and celebration through thoughtfully curated treats, beautifully crafted words, and memorable treat-based experience. We like to say that we are how you tell your lover, I'm thinking of you, to your best friend, thank you for always, and to your biggest supporter, we couldn't do life without you. Now, all this sounds really cool. Why is it a problem, and why does it need to be solved? According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, one of man's greatest fundamental needs is for love and a sense of belonging, aka you need to feel loved, cherished, appreciated. You need to have your person or your people. It's not just a nice to have, it's a need. Much like oxygen, water, a need. Much of what we have in the treat-based industry are just food, just that, because no one sees the importance of having it as a gift or an experience. At Love and Treats, we bridge that gap by providing thoughtful gifts through food, treats, beautifully crafted words, and memorable treat-based experience. Essentially saying that Love and Treats, we're here for the sentimental gifters, for the busy professionals, for the experienced lover, and for the people that just love this thing called love. Now, whilst this is our overarching dream, to be a part of your love moment, your celebratory moment, we understand the place of testing the market and iterating as we go. To do this, we created our first product, the Ban Muff, which is a banana-based muffin. We've sold over 2,000 units of this banana-based muffin and have retained over 65% of our customers, aka we have repeat customers that trust our products. Essentially saying that we're onto something with this thing that we've built. So by this, we know that With Love and Treat, we can create even more if one single product has sold this unit. With us at Love and Treat, we're known for our taste and for the look. We're big on it being good and it tasting good. Whilst this is the model we've operated for the past 16 months with a 3-day sales per month model, we have been able to do this number. Now we're looking at expanding Love and Treats beyond this band muff that we have sold. We want our company to become fully fledged into the treat-based gifting and experience that it is. Our business model is this. We would, 1, create a sales of distribution. 2, continue our B2C models by expanding our range of offerings. 3, begin to partner with other businesses by doing a B2B model. So think event hosts, think companies, corporate gifting. And lastly, we'll do event-based catering. All this to say that month on, there's revenue coming into L&T, whether that's through our sales distribution channel, through salons, selling our band muff, which has sold as far as it has, continue on that model and expanding towards all of these other things. Last but not the least, here's how we'll utilize the funding that we get. We have thoughtfully looked at our projection at L&T, and we know that our next step for scaling is to solve for equipment, staffing, and marketing and packaging. Because we want to become that company that you think about when you think treat-based gifting, when you think I want to give someone something. We want to expand, we want to get here by getting equipment. So this funding will help us secure one of the equipment that we need, which is a 6-tray oven. Essentially, what this will do for L&T as is that it will triple our current production size by 6 times. We currently do 24 band muffs in 40 minutes. But with this new oven, we'll do somewhere between 150 band muffs to 250 band muffs in about an hour, which is about 6 times what we currently offer. Aside from the band muff being expanded, it will give us the opportunity to expand our range of offering. We will not only be tight when it comes to our production line, because we cannot take the offers that come due to lack of equipment. We'll be able to do this now. We hope that you can see that we are building a company that's not just another food vendor, but something that is meaningful and thoughtful. Thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much, Ogechukwu Philly of Love and Treats. Judges, over to you.
I love this. Well done. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So my question is, how do you plan to break into the corporate gifting space? I know there's a huge market there, and I really want to know what your plan is to get into that. Also, I love the fact that you mentioned that you already have 65% retention rate.
I'm so sorry, sir, to cut you. I can barely hear you. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh,
so sorry to cut you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great stuff. So I was asking, well done. I don't know if you heard what I said initially.
Thank you so much.
That you have over 65%, about 65% retention rate. That's a very good one. It shows that we're really doing a lot of things there. Now, the question is, how do you plan to break into the corporate gifting space? I hear that in your plans. I hear that in, one of the things you want to do in the B2B area. What's your plan in that area? How do you want to pack that? And then the second question, if I may just ask, altogether, is that the market is really saturated. And I know that, you've mentioned a few things that are unique to you, but I would like you to express more on that. What makes you unique? What makes it, different from others? Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much for questions. All right. With regards to how we plan to enter into the corporate space. So one of the things I mentioned is that our offerings are not just the band muff as per what we see or what we currently have. It is a gift package. So think of maybe it's your MD's birthday and
there's a package that has balloons, that has food, that has treats, that has cake. Um, so one of the ways that we plan to enter the corporate space is one through our gift boxes. So for example, it was Workers' Day a few weeks ago. That was a perfectly good opportunity if we had the equipment to do that, to have written to companies, to have asked HRs. I know people who are in HR departments, to have reached out to them to say, oh, we've created this, appreciation. We even ran a campaign called the Appreciation Bag just with the band mopper. Simply saying we've created this seasonal box set for your employees. Say thank you to them. Another way we plan to enter the corporate space is also through our unique catering services. So when we say unique, we mean that it's not just fried rice and jollof rice. Think of it in a spread that looks beautiful. Think of it as, you have maybe overnight oats here, or it's a breakfast luncheon, it's a strategy session with maybe top executive, and then there's a spread of food that looks appealing. So you're not just packaging the food in a plate. So I'm going to say entering the corporate space through our created gift boxes and through event-based catering. To answer your question on what is so special about us, really and truly, I believe I've said it in my pitch, but I will just reiterate, and I know that you heard it, but one is the heart of how we are presenting food. Yes, there are other gifting companies, but by my own research, I don't think anyone says it as we do. We're not just big on food. If anyone knows me, they will know that I probably say that I don't enjoy cooking, but I absolutely enjoy being loved, being cherished. I'm big on friendships. I'm big on love. And so for me, what is unique is that we're not just selling food, we're selling a need that everyone can relate to being loved. Whether you're a hard guy, a soft guy, you can relate to being loved. More so, we're not just gifting things that maybe someone gives you a black bag, but you really don't like black, you like blue. We're giving something that is a universal language with love that is universally understood. I don't know if this clarifies, but yes. So to summarize, what makes us different is we're not just selling food, we're selling food, love, words, the whole package, nourishment for your body and soul. Thank you so much.
The experience, right? Interesting. Love it.
Yes, Steve.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That'll be all from me.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, okay, well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think I have two questions, but before I do, I'll say that I actually like the fact that you focus a whole lot on the experience and not the product itself. And I think that you're selling two products, obviously the cake or whatever it is, but more importantly, you're selling the experience because they can go anywhere else to get it. So that's really good, and I like how thoughtful you've approached it. I think my first question is about scale, right? So let's say, for example, you get the 100 or 200 people in 1 week, right? How do you manage scale currently, and what's your plan? What's your plan for that?
Okay, thank you very much. So currently, it is just me that serves on all the departments of the company. However, like I mentioned, one of the things I really want to solve for is for staffing and equipment. The reason why I mentioned equipment being first as opposed to staffing is because it increases my efficiency. So for example, you just mentioned 200 products. I'm assuming here that maybe this product is one product which we're already known for, the band morph. Even if it's just me with an oven rather with that capacity, in 1 hour I can conveniently do 144 band morphs, which is almost 75% of the 200 orders I just got. One of the things with the equipment buy, which one of the reasons why the oven is the first equipment buy is also that it's not constrained by power. So currently, one of the
reasons why we haven't scaled or taken a larger number of orders or walked into salons to pitch and tell them that if you're having your clients sit here for 4 hours, they can be eating something, they can be munching on something, is because we don't have the capacity. Once the light goes off, our production stops. And so first on our priority for scale is to get an oven that solves all that bottleneck for time, for efficiency, for speed. And then to push further in scale, it is to hire to ensure that more hands are on the company or in the team to take in and diversify and expand our offerings and products.
Okay, thank you. I think my last question will be, what's your current customer acquisition strategy and plan? So how do you currently get customers?
All right. So again, back to scale, back to constraint. Currently, our model has been B2C rather, pop-ups, and we sell on Sundays at King's, which in itself is remarkable that we've sold this much with that model, because that's not how a business should work. However, because I never wanted to be in a situation where customers will be disappointed, they will maybe place an order on your website, and then the power goes off because we know that PHCN is not reliable in Nigeria, and I cannot fulfill the order, and I have to explain. It is important, or it has always been important to me, to have a perception that is what it is today. That is where we have a good customer service, we are always on time, those sort of things. And so because I've not been able to do that, we haven't entered or ventured into any other model than having something sustainable as far I can bake today and bring it out and be sure that, I'm going to supply. If there's no light, I don't have anybody on my neck saying, why didn't you bake? Why don't I have my product? However, to give a bit of more context, with getting an oven and getting staff, the plan for expansion and the plan to change our business model is to have 4 models. I think I mentioned it, but I'll just quickly go over it again. Sales of distribution as per salons. We've estimated that if we have just 5 salons, we can sell up to 1,000 bandmuff every week. The math is this: most times our customers hardly ever buy one. The average buy is about 2. And so if we have one salon stocking on 50 bandmuffs, and they have customer ranges between 20 to 30 on a weekend, which is usually when women go to make their hair, we can conveniently sell 50 bandmuffs in one salon alone. That is like 250 in 5 salons. Yeah, the math. Another way is to also, which I'd mentioned, the B2C model, and also events. We want to cater with unique treats at events, which will give us the bulk of the money, because we will not get money in trickles. With one event, we can conveniently do 5, 10, Yeah, I hope I answered this. Thank you.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ogechukwu, Ophelia of Love and Treats. That was a great presentation. Well done, and congratulations in advance. All right, we're going to go to the next presentation. We are almost there. We're almost at the end. All right. So can we have Ozioma of Rehoboth Foods? Ozioma, please. Are you here? Kindly turn on your camera when it's time to answer your questions. It's been a great afternoon listening to all of the businesses. Well done, everyone. Well done. It's been really, really good, and I'm really proud of everyone. Well done. Media, over to you, please.
7% of Nigerian children are malnourished, and according to the World Health Organization, 1 out of every 10 child is likely to die as a result of malnutrition. I have personally experienced malnutrition. In 2016, my son was diagnosed and he was said to be malnourished. And in my quest to look for something that is a safe cereal option for him, because we found out that his malnourishment was as a result of the synthetic additives, preservatives, and colorants that were in the cereals that he was eating for 4 years,
So I sought to look for things that were very natural, that had no artificial flavorings or additives or anything, so that my son can get out of that state. And in my quest, I stumbled on our local grains. My name is Ozioma Chioma Alagba, and I am the founder of Rehoboth Foods. We're an agro-processing company that produces 100% clean, natural cereals. And we use our local grains such as sorghum, guinea corn, millet, soybeans in the production of our cereals. Our cereal come in powdered form. Here's what our cereal looks like, and they are 100% natural. They are also NAFDAC certified. I realized that Nigerian children actually continue to eat a lot of these imported food products that are gotten off the shelf. And so I ventured into this so that we can reduce malnourishment in Nigerian children and also curb post-harvest loss in the maize agricultural value chain. So like I already stated from when I started to speak, children are malnourished, and WHO says 1 out of every 10 child is likely to die as a result of that. So what is our solution? We are providing nutritious, wholesome, and safe cereal options that parents can feed their children with. We are also making these healthy options available, accessible, and affordable through satietization. Our target market. So we have a total addressable market of 104.2 million Nigerian children. But Rehoboth Foods is targeting total obtainable market. So our obtainable market is 6.9 million children in Nigeria. At the end of the day, what we target to get is 15% of our service addressable market, and our customers are predominantly in urban areas. Our unique selling proposition, our cereals are 100% natural. They are affordable nutritional baby food product that is 10% cheaper than other similar products in the market. So our USP is basically, that they are cheaper. At the end of the day, it's affordable. Our products are very affordable because they come in different packages. So we have them in 1 kg, we have them in 500 grams, in 250, in 100 grams. So I'm making them affordable, accessible. Our business model, we run a business to business model and we run a business to customer model. We supply supermarkets. In our business to business model, we supply supermarkets, and then in our business to customer model, so we deal also directly with end users. Attraction, we've currently sold 1,450 packs of our products. We fed over 2,500 children. We've made 5 million naira in revenue in 1 year. Our products are also NAFDAC certified. So this is our team. The founder, Ozioma Chioma Alagba, Tenny Lawal. She's not a full-time staff. She's a food technologist, but when we have children who come, like we have people who reach out to us for their children that are autistic, and then we reach out to Tenny Lawal, and then she tells us what seeds and nuts and grains that we can use. Chidima Egbo, she's just our marketing expert. She helps us put the word out there of what we are doing. And Fabulous O'Hara is our production manager. They are not permanent staffs. They are people who are part of the business that we consult. We are asking for a grant of 1 million naira because we want to purchase a dewatering machine. What this dewatering machine does, it facilitates our production. The moment we are done producing and before they go into the powdered form, it helps us to dewater. And we're also asking to buy a stainless steel milling machine. This stainless steel milling machine, it will increase our production. It will make us produce more efficiently and more effectively. Impact of funds 6 months after grant. So if we get this grant that we are asking for, we tend to employ 2 staffs. We want to go into full-time satietization and then be able to even supply to supermarkets since we already have our product certified. So we want to be able to supply to more supermarkets and we want to increase our revenue by 30%. So my call to everyone is we need to help Nigerian children and even African children to live healthier, eat healthier, teach families how to eat healthy, how to feed their children healthy, and help them live a healthy lifestyle. And we also need to curb post-harvest loss in the agricultural value chain. Wouldn't you rather join us? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zizi. That was a great presentation. Well done. And congratulations in advance. Can we have our judges ask a question? Zizi, please turn on your camera.
Thank you very much. Well done, Gigi. Well done. Well, Zizi, sorry.
Zizi,
Zizi.
I need to
Well
confirm
done.
if she's here. I saw her in the chat earlier. I need to know that she's ready to. Okay, I can see her, but she's not. I'm just trying to speak private network, but she's here. Please give her a few seconds.
I'm sorry, I think my network. I'm here now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can we see your face?
I'm unable to turn on my camera at this time. I'm sorry, but I'll answer all questions.
And Minister Shaya, over to you.
All right, sis. Well done, well done, well done. I love the fact that this is impact based. The projection, everything looks good. My very first question is about how you source your raw material. I didn't hear much about that. I'd like to know how you source and pretty much the process majorly. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my first question.
All right, thank you very much. Our raw materials are sourced from local farmers in Iseyin. We currently work with 2 farmers in Iseyin who send these raw materials to us in Mile 12, sometimes Ojuore, and then we go there to pick up. So when we pick up these raw materials, we sort them. So we destone, we take out all the dirt, all the chaff, and then we go into production. So basically, our raw materials are sourced from local farmers. 37% of Nigerian children are malnourished, and according to the World Health Organization, 1 out of every 10 child is likely to die as a result of malnutrition. I have personally experienced malnutrition. In 2016, my son was diagnosed and he was said to be malnourished. And in my quest to look for something that is
Minister Shaya, I think you could continue with the questions.
All right, I was asking, you mentioned the saying, and I hear it clearly. I was asking if it's only from the saying that you source from, and from the saying to Lagos to Mile 2 or Mile 12, I didn't hear that. I mean, I see a bit of risk somewhere in there because if you need to source from that, from only saying, I mean, what process do you have in place in case there's a failure or there's a gap in that regard? What do you have in place to solve the problem immediately if you need raw material from somewhere else? Or do you have a plan? What's the contingency plan if the farmers that you currently source from are not available?
Okay, so the reason why it looks like we're only sourcing from Iseyin is because we try to source from the north, but by the time they get into Lagos, cost of logistics and everything, you realize that at the end of the day, it's still cheaper to buy from Iseyin. And then when our Iseyin farmers do not supply, we can find also these raw materials in Mile 12.
Okay, interesting. That's good. My next question is about the packaging. I know you already sell. You do the B2B approach already. You sell to supermarkets and you deliver to them. Can you just walk us through the process? And have you partnered with a different company for the packaging, or it's still within your space? And have you also thought of the export possibilities of this product? Is it only within Nigeria that you sell? Because I know that there's a possibility.
Okay, yes. So our packaging materials, we currently buy our packaging materials here in Nigeria. We source for them here in Nigeria. The very branded packaging materials, if I understand what you are talking about, we need lots of funding to be able to import those packaging materials. But currently our pouches and our jars are sourced here. We just got our NAFDAC number November last year. So we're talking to 2 supermarkets. We are awaiting their feedback. But we have also partnered with 2 hospitals where we supply these cereals to them. So we have hospitals that have large turnout of mothers who come for antenatal and immunization. So we go there and then we do what we call nutrition health talk for children. And then we share sample of these cereals, and they have gotten back to us. So they now continue to buy from us. We also have hospitals like the Igobi Hospital who also reach out to us and buy this cereal. So yes, a lot of partnerships will happen in future as we continue to progress. And then for export, so currently we have Nigerians in diaspora who reach out to us through their family members here, and then they buy our products. We are currently, there's a current ongoing with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council that we're trying to register. We started that process already, because initially our business was a business name, but now we have now upgraded into a limited liability company, which gives us the leverage to register with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. And this will help us to now start to export officially. But yes, we have Nigerians in diaspora who has bought our products.
All right, thank you. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right, well done. Great presentation. I think I just have one question, which is, I'm curious, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, I'm curious to know what the process of standardizing is. So are you approved by NAFDAC or any of these companies? Any of these standardization companies, and how did that go? Or how is that? I guess, are you in the process, or can you just share more about that?
Okay, so our products are currently 4 variants of our cereals are currently NAFDAC approved.
Okay.
We have our NAFDAC number approved already. We are currently registering with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. We are also food safety approved.
Okay. Thank you so much. Just wanted to double check on that. Well done.
Thank you.
I have this presentation that I'm trying to pull out, but in the meantime,
Thank you so much, Ozioma. That was a great presentation. Thank you everyone for being here and paying attention to the pitches and contributing as well in the chat box. That's so good, thank you. We're going to go into the next presentation, and this is Omotayo of True Light Lens. Omotayo, let's welcome her as she comes up for her presentation. Kings Media, over to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Omotayo. I'm the founder of True Light Lens. True Light Lens is a mobile videography brand. At True Light Lens, we create affordable, beautiful content that resonates with individuals, brands, and events, with reels, social media videos that is captivating. True Light Lens, your story, your excellence, our lens. Meet the founder, a passionate storyteller and voiceover artist who helps brands and SMEs create mobile videos that truly connect. With a keen eye for detail and a focus on high-quality content, I deliver videos that capture your customer's heart at first glance. I specialize in branded videos, event coverage, reels, social media content, and voiceovers, all designed to bring your story to life. The journey of True Light Lens started when someone reached out to me if I could help their brand create a video content that tell people more about their brand. Then ever since, I realized that mobile videography is not something I can just do, it is something I can always build. Our vision is to revolutionize video content creation by making professional storytelling possible through smartphone while building a creative empire rooted in innovation, culture, and global relevance. Our mission is to help brands grow by creating captivating mobile videos that tell their stories, engage their audience, boost visibility, and creativity. what True Light Lens offers. We offer brand and product videos for websites, social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and so on. At True Light Lens, we help people create high quality content for their website. If you're trying to get more website visits, if you're trying to build online presence, we help you create content that resonates with your audience. We do event coverage, weddings, religious programs, birthdays, graduations, product launches, festives, and citizens. We help you create key memories by making sure we capture moments that resonate with you and moments that you can always fall back on. Content planning. We don't just show up to shoots. We plan content, we direct shoots, and also go as far as scouting for locations for your events. Video editing, enhanced storytelling, color grading, correction, visual effects, and sound. We don't just shoot, we make sure that the visuals resonate with the kind of story you're trying to tell. Client consultation, client needs customization, event planning, and so on. Post-production, cloud storage, feedback management, audience engagement, and analytics. We do not take our feedback lightly. We make sure we build on them and do better when we are supposed to. Our process. 1, our pre-production process, content planning, and script writing. At True Light Lens, we schedule meetings where necessary to make sure that we are on the same page with our clients. We write scripts where necessary to make sure that we and our clients are on the same page. Then we also talk about the kind of location that would be best for the shoot. Our production process, content creation. For every time we show up to create content, we always arrive there early to make sure that everything is in line, everything is set up properly. Then we go into capturing moments or events. Our post-production process, editing and cloud storage. After shooting, we analyze the shoots about how we want the editing to go, where we need to cut, where we need to color grade, where we need to add visuals, where we need to add audios to make sure that we are telling the story that you need us to tell. Cloud storage, we ensure that we store your videos in a way that it is accessible. We deliver through direct transfer and cloud file sharing like Google Drive and iCloud. Our market opportunity. We have over 1 billion videos on Instagram and TikTok. So we help individuals like brands, SMEs, and startups, content creators, influencers, event planners, young professionals, social media managers to create content that resonates with people. We help them create high quality content because the demand for mobile videography is high. So we make sure that they don't just show up anyhow. We help them show up in a way that makes so much sense. Our projects, we've worked with Mazufa Fashion, Triple Local Rentals, Storage Kings, Juice Construction, and Precious Emporium, and many more. You know you are doing something right when your client trusts you enough to share their insight with you. Some of our clients have shared their insights with us because our content did not just give them more engagement, it gave them sales, it gave them more visibility. That is why our business is viable. Affordability. We deliver services on moderate budgets, perfect for brand, SMEs, and individuals. While maintaining our quality, we make sure that our service is affordable. High quality service. We shoot content with high-end phones and mirrorless cameras with 4K and 8K capabilities. Imagine getting a mobile videographer while still getting a full video content that a very big production house would give you. Customer support. We offer creative support like voiceovers, content ideas, and fast delivery. Scalability. Entry point into a more complex creative media industry. True Light Lens is not just offering a service. We are trying to get into the creative space, build a brand that break barriers and create new standard for mobile videography. Problems and challenges. Just like every other businesses, True Light Lens face problem with funding and running costs. The cost of getting gears is expensive. So we're still trying to maintain quality. It is very difficult for us to get good phones, good lighting, cameras, audio, that's the microphone and all of that. So logistics, because of how Lagos can be, the traffic and all of that. It is very, very difficult to move from one endpoint to another. We're also trying to deliver the best to our clients. You can help us solve this problem by contacting us with our information on the screen. Thank you for listening.
Well done, Omotayo. That was a great presentation. I hope you're ready for your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we would love to see your face as well. All right, judges, over to you.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Well done. Great presentation. I think I have two questions for you. I'm just curious to know what your personal experience and relationship is with media. Do you have media experience? And what's your team makeup like? So question one was why you connected to this problem?
You can take once an event is gone, it's gone. And your storage, how do you handle that? I'm really, really interested in those two things. And the third would be, do you have a particular niche that you really, really, really are interested to serve? Is it just religious, weddings, or anything? Or you are open to various kinds of businesses? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So I mentioned that on days we have to shoot in different locations. So I don't just like call someone to show up. I make sure that there's someone that their track record makes so much sense. And before they move, I try to like have conversations with them that, oh, this is what and what you're supposed to do. These are the kind of things that you are expected to shoot and all of that. Then for the storage, I use Drive, that's Google Drive. So I store most of my clients on there that even if they lose their videos, they can always have them back. So that's how I do my storage. Then, sorry, what was the last one, sir?
So the last question, I love your answers. The last question is about the niche. Do you have a particular niche that you serve in terms of the people you do business with? Or you're open to different kinds of customers?
Okay,
weddings,
so for the niche,
or burial, or
yes, so I'm
I don't
open
want
to
to say funny
different kind
things.
of customers because the brand I'm trying to build is not... Can you hear me, sir? So different
Yes,
niche
please, go on.
because... Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes,
please,
go
can you
on.
hear
We can
me?
hear you. Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, okay, sir. So different niche because I'm not just limited. So because the kind of brand I'm trying to build is not just a brand that will sustain for the meantime. Do you understand? So the brand is something that I know that it will sustain for years. So I'm not particular about, oh, this particular niche, because we are planning to build a full production hub. So yes, we have different niches.
Interesting. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Minister Share, kindly check your DM.
All right, check in. Okay, a couple of questions for you. Omotaya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Are you a social media manager? Like, what's the role you play aside
For
just
this,
capturing moments and then managing pages and all that? How do you define it? Can you let us in with more details on that?
please, can you come again with your question, sir?
I said, aside just capturing moments and editing the videos, sharing
Yes,
with your clients, and
yes, sir.
managing pages, what do
Yes,
you
sir.
do? Like, how do you do it? Are you into social media management? Um, do you do it for a couple of people, or do you do it directly to businesses? We just want more details in that
Oh,
regard.
okay.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
yes.
sir. Okay, sir. So I do for individuals, like people that for weddings, I do for individuals, and I also do for companies that I'm currently working with as a social media manager. So it is not just I do for businesses, do you understand? So maybe if a business is trying to reach out to me to help them make videos for their brands, I do that. Then for individuals, maybe like weddings, occasions, whatever kind of events, I do for that. So I don't know if I've answered your question, sir.
Right. Okay. Um, how do you shoot your content? I mean, you said you need gadgets. How have you been able to solve that problem for now? Have you been able to keep the business going?
Okay, thank you, sir. So I do with what I have. So it does not mean with my current phone, I still make sure that my clients get the best quality of videos. So I still make use, I do it with what I have, my lights, my tripod, and everything. So I make use of what I have.
All right. Thank you very much. That'll be
Yes,
all from me.
thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Omotaya of True Light Lens. That was a great presentation, and congratulations in advance. All right, we're almost there. Our next presentation is Oluwadara of Home Fragrances. Oluwadara, if you're here, kindly let us know you're here. Kings Media, over to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Adekoya Oluwadara, the owner of Home Fragrances. Home Fragrances is basically a brand that sells diffusers, humidifiers, scented candles, air fresheners, car air fresheners, and many more. Something good, something nice, just to make you feel comfortable in your space, and also for your visitors. And for visitors, I mean for people that has working spaces, shops, and the likes. So Home Fragrance is basically a brand that sells diffusers, scented candles, humidifiers, car air fresheners, and many more. Just to help your space smell good and also for the comfort of your visitors. I mean, you don't want to invite guests over and your place is smelling damp, especially for people that have working spaces. So the problem we've been facing recently is from costs, basically. So the amount of capital we put into business last year and this year tripled, and we are getting the exact same product. Imagine getting a product for 10,000 last year and getting it for 30,000 this year. So it means I'm putting triple into the business and still getting for the same price, which is really hard. And it has been like that for a while. So we are looking into importing ourselves so that we can get for cheaper and we can get even more quantities. So our unique advantage basically is curated collections of trusted quality products, eye-catching packaging that feels premium, personalized customer experience, active social media, and repeat customer base. We are building a loyal community of fragrance lovers. Our unique advantage basically is to make sure that you are always in our mind anytime you buy our products, because our products are supposed to be cheap, affordable, and also long-lasting, something to always keep our name in your mind. What we need the grants for is, one, for inventory from suppliers. Like I said earlier, if we're importing to Nigeria, it will give us more chances and more options, basically. And 75% of the grants that will be given to us would go into that, because we want to also have a wide range of options, because I feel like we've deprived people from that for a while, looking at the cost we've been getting our products for. Then product photography and content. We know that people buy what they see before they actually buy the products, and we also want to invest in that. So 15% of the money will be going into that. Then social media. So we'll be using 10% of the money for social media presence, Instagram, WhatsApp, and all other apps. So you can reach us on Instagram at _homefragrances, email adekoyoluwadara1@gmail.com, and you can also send a text on Instagram. Our link is in the bio. So if you want to send a text on WhatsApp, you can go through the link. Thank you.
Well done, Oluwadara of Home Fragrances. Judges, over to you.
Hi, Oluwadara.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. Well done. I'm just curious to know, could you just walk me through what the production process is and what the cost elements are?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Can you hear me?
You can download the Yeah, I can hear you.
That's like the basic thing. You can go back however many. I think the network is really bad. Let me just maybe put up my video.
After they graduate.
Is it better now? Hello?
And then sending out.
It might just be from her because we can hear you.
Hello, I
Loud
can hear
and
you
clear.
clearly now.
All right.
Okay. So as I was saying, I said, thank you, well done. I'm just curious to know, could you walk me through what the production process is and what your cost elements are?
Okay, so production process, I don't I don't produce the diffusers myself. I don't produce the air fresheners and stuff myself. I get them from my supplier, basically. So the cost is in ranges depending on the items, and also it ranges from a particular price to another, if that answered the question correct.
No. So that's the pricing. I'm talking about your cost in terms of what the margins are, right? So for example, let's say you get it at Y amount and sell it for Z amount, right? So I'm just curious to know what thinking goes into that.
Oh, okay. So on an average, I put like 2000, 2005 thereabouts for profits on an average. It can be like lesser and it can be a bit higher.
Okay. I think my last question, this just came up, is how do you currently acquire customers? What's your acquisition strategy?
Most of the times, customers are from online, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. I do more of the pushing, more of the business on it. And offline, basically the people around me and to the people that I can also market to. From the accessible hotels that I've been able to go to, walk-in stores and the likes.
Okay, thank you so much. That's it from me.
All right, well done. So my question to you is, what do you consider your biggest need now? Like your very biggest need? Is it when you get it, you eventually get to win this? Like, what would you do with it for starters? Like the very first thing you're going to think about.
The very first thing I'll be thinking about is importation, because if I'm able to import most of these things myself, I'll be able to sell for cheaper. I'll be able to get even more varieties, and there will also be a lot of options for people to pick from, because the main problem is the limitation that comes with getting from the people I'm able to get from. I mean, there's a wide range and there's a lot of brands that are out there, and I'm not even exactly able to like reach them because of the cost they come at. So if I'm able to import this thing myself, there'll be a wild range, a wild amount of options for people to pick from. So I think that's the main.
All right. Does importation also solve the problem of the different brands and varieties and all of those things that you could,
Oh
color
yes,
your
it does.
business with? Good. Would you help, explain a little in that regard?
Oh, okay. So the brands are the suppliers I get from, they also import, right? And most of the times, this business, it works in a way that it can be biased in the sense that this thing is smell. It works basically more with smell. So most people, they lean towards what they are very familiar with, which might not even be exactly a very good thing for me, in the sense that I feel like people can get more options and I should not be limited to what I'm able to get from them. Like if I have another option of picking more, I should be able to like reach that.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to speak to how you could, you know, add a little spice to it and make it different from what is common, and you've been able to answer that. Thank you. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Oluwadara Adekoya of Home Fragrances. That was a great presentation. So we're going to the final presentation for the afternoon. Jesus, Igwe. All right, let us welcome Nora Udi of Honora as she comes up for her presentation. King's Media.
Hi everyone, my name is Nora and I am the founder and creative director of Honora. While back in university, I remember I was only able to afford thrift outfits, and anytime I bought them in the market, I'll go to Yaba market, I'll go to Katangwa market and source for this outfit just to be able to like wear clothes when I was in school. And anytime I wear it, people tell me, oh, this outfit looks really nice, where did you get it from? And anytime I tell them I bought it from Yaba market, they're like, oh no, like it looks really good, right? So immediately after my NYSC, I got a job with a digital company, and during the pandemic, I was laid off. And I just thought to myself, what can I do before I get another job? So I had to go back to my thrifting business. So that was how I started selling thrifts online, and people started buying. But it got to a point where I was like, I needed to switch. I didn't want to always sell thrift. I wanted to produce a product whereby people can actually buy it and it will still be very much affordable for them. So over time, something shifted and I no longer wanted to sell thrift. I wanted to create something very good. I went to create an outfit whereby people can wear and still be able to afford. So as an Honora brand, we understand there is a gap in access to afford certain kind of outfits. So I know a lot of people are usually going for fast fashion and clothes that are always on trend. But we looked at an idea whereby people can have a timeless piece where even in 5 years' time, I have clothes 5 years ago where they can still wear, even when the trend has passed. So that was why we now started creating staple wardrobe essentials, whereby you can always own an Honora piece that would outlive like the fashion circle. Okay, so our mission at Honora. So our mission is to make high quality wardrobe staples accessible to every Nigerian, regardless of outfit. So how do we do that? We produce a product whereby even regardless of your income, either you earn high or you earn not so high, you can always afford an Honora piece. We aim to build wardrobe staples that carries the Nigerian identity and local materials and talent to create. So when we get fabrics, we have tailors that can make it, and that's in that sense, it also creates job opportunities for people around. Okay, so our business model, we operate a direct to consumer model, selling through pop-ups, online platforms, and partnership with local vendors. So we use Instagram, and when our clients wear our outfits, also a form of referral. So when they wear it, they also when people see it on them, it's a form of referral also. So majorly, how we sell, we get most times by referrals. So our plans, if we are given the grants, So we plan to use the funds to purchase essential equipment such as electric sewing and weaving machines, because currently we're using the manual machine. So I think if we get the funds, we're able to buy an electric machine which has dual use, sewing and weaving at the same time, and will also sufficiently, which will also in turn help us speed up production usage, because right now we don't have that. We have to sometimes outsource it. So this is Damola. She recently celebrated her 30th birthday and she's wearing a dress from Honora. This is very, very affordable and pocket friendly. So at Honora, we are not just building a brand, we are building a movement for generations to come, because we understand that, especially when it comes to clothes, when you own a piece and you can wear it, because we've seen scenarios whereby a grandmother passes down an outfit, right, to the third generation, to the fifth generation. So that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build a movement that would last. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nora. Judges, over to you. Well done. That was a great presentation.
Well done, Honora. Well done, well done, well done. Good presentation. And I love the clarity. So my question to you, a couple of questions actually. It's a very fast, we know the fashion space, fast-paced, things are changing per time. I just want to know, how do you stay true to your design? How are you able to stay true to your designs and not getting carried away with the trends and everything? I mean, how do you balance it? The fast-paced industry that you're currently at and the designs that you have created. Are you creating designs per trend, or are you how do you balance it essentially? That's my question.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for your question, Mr. Shea. Okay, so regarding how I stay true to my design, so actually, we don't intend to actually follow trends, which is not like the Honora core at all. One of the things that I tried to do recently, we released a collection, an outer jacket for both male and female, right? So we're trying to create pieces whereby you can always wear regardless of location. It doesn't have to be like this particular season, I have to wear this particular clothes. So we are making outfits whereby regardless of the season, either in January or February, you can always wear. So for an instance is the Honora jackets, right? Which we've been doing fully since 2023, right? So yeah. Maybe answer the question.
Yes, got that clearly.
All right,
So
thank you so
you mentioned the particular jacket that is wearable for that is usable for male and female.
Yes.
All right. How many of that have you sold, and what are you trying to do with that? If it's from your response, you already show that there's a great acceptance for that. So what are you trying to do to ensure that you can even make it more acceptable, put it in the faces of people? How are you trying to push it if it's something that you're really proud of and then you've gotten so much from?
All right. So how first of all, I'd like to give a background how the Honora jacket came into play. So apparently I just saw a fabric that looked really nice in the market. And I'm like, okay, what would I make with this? It was like a jean-like denim kind of fabric, it was orange. And I'm like, what would I make with this particular fabric? I'm like, so because I've always wanted to own a jacket. So I got it 2 yards and I made it. And I wore it to church on a Sunday. And that particular Sunday I was very down that Sunday, right? So I wore it to church, and the first person that saw it was Paula Shadi. She was media department. And she was like, oh, I like this. I never actually got it. I never actually wore it in the sense that, oh, somebody might want to wear the Honora jacket. But when she said she liked it, she went to the office, and couple of one of our colleagues at work also now messaged me, a guy, and said that he liked it. So that was how I made two. And I was like, okay, there is something here, right? So that was how I made the jacket for them. So now I have understanding that there are people that actually really like the jacket. And one thing I'm also trying to do is to also reimagine and redefine like wardrobe staples, whereby, okay, like you have this particular piece and you can always wear it in different ways. You don't have to always wear, okay, a jacket with the jeans. You can also make the jacket in the sense that you can wear with a dress, you can wear it in a corporate space, and in that sense. So, and also with your question, which I've actually forgotten, but one of the things I'm also trying to do is to actually sell it in the sense that you can order it as couples, right? So whereby couples can wear it, and also like it gives that sense of unity between them. One of the couples that I've also sold to is our in-house pastor, Pastor Larry and Mrs. O, which I've rocked the honor jacket so far. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, you answered it. Well done, well done, well done.
Thank you so
I think you I don't know if I meant to say this, but I think you need to put it more, do more in to put it in the faces of people, do more to share it. It looks good,
Yes.
and yeah, that's that. I'll still come back for more questions, but I'll let Demola go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well done, Honora. I
Thank you,
think
sir.
I just have one question. I'm just curious to know how you balance your pricing with the fluctuating prices of materials. Do you do dynamic pricing or do you do stable pricing? How do you work around that?
Dynamic pricing, stable pricing. Okay, so when on the Honora jacket started? It started in 2023, January 2023, and Honora started as a desire for myself, a clothes I made for myself. So I think we started with as at 2023 January, was it February? It was for 16,000 naira. So as of now, we sell between 25, 30, 35, depending on the what do you call it? Accessories that you probably want to add to it, right? So now there was a progression to the amount that we sell it, and we know how fabrics in the market is also very expensive, right? So as of 15,000 to like 30, 35, that's just being the how do I put it, the grading, the cost grading so far. So yeah, within 2 years we just increased pricing, I think once. So we're trying to make it very affordable also, but like affordability, because most times when you get something very affordable, you feel like, oh, the quality isn't so great. Or I'm very conscious with it. I have this consciousness of, okay, regardless of what we're giving, the fabric has to be and ought to be really good, so that you can always have it for like a very long period of time. Thank you so much. I don't know if I answered the question.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, for my final question, what part of the business have you found most challenging? Is it the sourcing of the material? Is it customer? Is it trying to sell? Is it the design? Is it the color? Is it feedback from customers? Is it the after use experience? What part of the business overall have you found most challenging?
So far, since our first product fully is the Honora jacket, which I've seen that consistently I've been able to like make sales in that area. I think one of the most challenging, or which has been challenging so far for me, is having to go to the market per order, right? So if I have a particular order in a week, because we're trying to, okay, if you order today is Saturday. I always tell you, order today, you get it like probably before, like within a 1 week space, right? So instead of always going to the fabric per order, it would be nice because there are core colors people always ask for: black, burgundy, like this very subtle shade. So if I can have if I can have the fabrics in store, whereby, okay, I want a jacket in black, I want this color, we already have it. I don't have to start running to the market and just buying, okay, this particular amount of fabrics for this person jacket. So if you ask, can I get two black and two brown? So we already have it in store and we start production. So that would also even help the time whereby we give your clothes. Instead of in a week time, it will be reduced to like maybe 3 days or 3 to 4 working days, sort of 4 to 7
Yeah,
working
so how do you want to solve that? How do you intend to solve that challenge?
Okay,
What would
with
you
the
need
funds,
to
if
solve that?
I
Yeah.
am okay, if I'm giving the grants, definitely buy fabrics in stock, like have it down, buy fabrics, and also, as I said during my pitch, that we're currently using a manual machine, so get an electric machine that also sews and automatically also weaves as you're sewing. So you have that, and also buy fabrics store.
Thank you very much, Honora.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Well done. Yeah. Over to you, Pastor Uche.
Thank you so much. Well done, Nora. That was a great presentation. Can we give a round of applause to all of our businesses, our 10 businesses that pitched this afternoon? Can you just encourage them in the chat box? Let them know that they did really, really well. It's not easy to share your business with other people. I also know that also as a business owner, that is one thing for you to have an idea in your mind. It's another thing for you to dance around the idea. I think is the best, best thing that ever happened to the earth. But when it's time to pitch it to someone else, you see that, okay, you're struggling here, you're struggling here. And it's so amazing that they've been able to put together their thoughts and communicated very, very well to us. So well done to all 10 of you. We are so, so, so proud that you took this chance on yourself, self. But yes, congratulations one more time. And I'm saying this on behalf of our pastors, Pastor Dami, Pastor Toju, and the other leaders, that indeed we're really, really proud of all of you. All right, thank you all for being, no, secondly, let's say a big thank you to our judges, Mr. Demola, who is presently overseas, and Minister BBT, that is presently in the area. Thank you so much for taking our time to judge all of the pitches. Thank you for the insight that you brought into it. We know that the Lord will use you greatly to announce the winners to us. All right. I think.
Pastor Uche,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry to cut in. Paul is online to quickly answer his questions. Can we just take him for about 2 minutes?
Yes, please. Judges, can you do this real quick?
Okay, I think I'll go first. Wow, it's been a while since Paul pitched. Hopefully we have photographic memories. Okay, I'm just curious to know just one thing. I know you pitched around having a studio. I understand what the demand is, but I'm just curious to know what the business model is like. If you can elaborate more on it. I have an idea, but I just want to get a clearer sense of what the business model is and what makes your brand or your platform different from the current options available.
All right. Good evening. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening. I'm so sorry that I'm just talking now. Okay. But for the business model, it's simply creating a space for creatives whereby they come and book hourly. They can book hourly for to do what they want to do. And we have the equipment needed for them to be able to execute their project. So videographers, photographers, content creators can come and use our space. If you want to do an event, host an event, for now, it's an intimate gathering, like 25 persons.
you can come use our space. Presently, we use the space for cases. Yaba cases being held in the space. We come together in the studio. So that's what the purpose of the studio. We just come, we use the space for whatever you want to use this for, basically. And in future time, like next month, actually, we're looking to expand into um, handling photography services, whereby there are in-house photographers in the studio. You can just come in and you as an individual that don't know a photographer, you can actually book the studio and work with our photographers, in-house photographers that will be available, readily available for you to shoot, depending on the time you're booking and the availability. So that's basically business model. Just creating space, rental spaces, and making it easy and affordable for people. Yeah, for time, we've actually used. I personally have used studios that they don't allow hourly rate. You have to pay like 4 hours or half a day or a full day. So we actually had to make ours pretty affordable for people. So photographers, content creators, videographers of different ways can actually have access to high-end equipment to deliver high-end projects. Thank you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. I heard you clearly. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other questions, sir?
No, that's it for me. I think you were very clear.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My question would be, well done, bro. My question to
Thank you.
you is, how do you manage cases of equipment damage when people come to use your studio? Is it factored in the cost? How do you manage that? Are there things in place for that?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. What we do here is when you're booking, there's an invoice sent to you that has a document inside. And before you make payments, you are requested to go through the guidelines. And inside within the guidelines and the rules, terms and conditions rather, it's stated here that if anything is damaged, you will have to pay for it. So you have to be very cautious using the space. So you don't just come in and use the space without going through the T&C. So you know already in your mind that this and this is in place. So you have to be very, very cautious. Basically, that's it. There's a document already binding it before payment is made. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much. Any other question?
None from me. That'll be all from me. Pastor Richard, over to you.
Oh, do you want more questions?
I'm up for it. I'm actually up for it.
Yeah, up for
So
it.
long as it's within the confines of my speech, why not?
Okay, we don't have any more questions for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for indulging me. Even not once in the time. I'm so sorry for the
That's
delays.
good.
Thank you so much.
We understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being a part of this segment. We're going to close shortly, but quickly, can we welcome on stage tonight our pastor, our prophet, our daddy, Dr. Reverend Pastor Damilola Oluwatoyibo, as he comes up to give us a nice closing speech.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What a day. What a day. What a blessing. What a joy. What a thrill. I hope you can all hear me. I hope I'm not speaking to myself. Can you hear me, people?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right, that's great. What a delight. You guys, man. Listen, Kings, we are on to something major. I know that when you're building, when you start anything, it doesn't look like it. In fact, the Bible speaks about it does not yet appear what we shall be like, but we know that when we sing, we shall be like him. But if you are visionary like I am, and you are seeing the quality of presentations that we've seen today, you already know that we're raising kings for real, for real. FRFR, as Ogil put it. You can feel it, you can sense it. Can anybody feel it? Can you sense it? Can you see the vision? Are you catching it? Like, see the quality of ideas, the intentionality, the design. And I'm so grateful to God. I'm so grateful to God for inspiration, for leading. KBC has turned out just the way I envisioned it for this year. I mean, of course, there's always room for improvements. There are one or two things that haven't gone exactly the way we planned or thought. But those of you who are not behind the scenes, you won't even know what those things are. So, but in terms of participation, and like I just kept on telling the pastors and ministers, I say, see, I just want to help people. Because as I prayed and as I thought about us as a movement, I saw that there are certain gaps that are not just going to be closed by prophetic declarations. We need to begin to invite people into the constructive aspect of ministry and the constructive aspect of value creation. And I'm happy that in spite of the seemingly short time where we decided to pivot to the virtual edition, all of you here and many people who are not here bought into it and decided to say, hey, we believe our man of God, and we're going to go in that direction. So, I mean, I feel in my mind, I might be wrong, maybe I'll do a physical survey tomorrow, but if you sincerely feel that you've gotten more out of this KBC than all the other 4 ones that were even maybe physical, loud, big, large, you sincerely feel that you have gotten more, say yes in the comments. Let's do a quick virtual survey. Yes, just put yes. Yeah. Come on now. I see those yeses. Yes. I'm telling you, everybody's saying yes. So guys, obey God, follow the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, even when it's quote unquote untested, unpopular, and all. Now, let me celebrate. Tomorrow I'll do the final speech, but let me celebrate for today. All the amazing billionaires in training, BITs, who will make more than a bit of coins. You know what I really feel? Every business, I was a little distracted in some of the presentations because I had to run off before. Okay, so I was supposed to speak from about 12:50 to 2 p.m. I had another event. Typically, when Kings is having events, I don't take any invitations, but there's a sister-like, auntie-like person who's invited me to 2 or so things I've not been able to go. So I said, okay, I'll go between 11 and 2. So that spilled over a little bit. But guess what? As I was on the panel, let me just confess to you guys how much I love you guys. So I spoke and then I had to do a panel. As I was on the panel, I had this earpiece. Can you see this earpiece? I had it on stage because I was still listening. Ridiculous. But that's to let you know how committed I can be. That's ridiculous. See, guys, I've got you guys. I'm not even joking. You should know that by now. So when I speak to you, you know, I'm speaking from my heart. Every idea that I've said here is potentially a multi-billion naira idea. And I'm super grateful for the privilege that we have as a ministry to be able to, for some of you, give you the first opportunity. Thank you for all the love. I see the love. Thank you. I'm sending you plenty of hugs and holy kisses, right? So I'm going to go for the opportunity that some of you, this has been your first pitch You've always had the ideas here, but then the discipline of, extracting the factors and the particulars and then articulating those on a document, it takes your business to another dimension. It makes you take yourself a lot more seriously. And I'm seeing the figures, I'm seeing the facts, I'm seeing people not embellishing figures, because I've been a part of some of your stories in different ways. So I'm so proud of you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm so proud of you guys. What? I am so proud of you. I'm so proud, and I'm so grateful. And like I mentioned, we've set them in such a way that you never lose. I mean, even if you feel like, oh, I'm not going to win the money, guess what? You've won hearts, and hearts are more valuable than money, right? You've won hearts today. There's somebody who's seen your proposal and is like, wow, that's great. Oh, I know somebody that could help. Oh, I know somebody that will speak to on your behalf. And then for some of us, we are actually interested in investing in some of those businesses. So regardless of what grants you receive tomorrow, you can be sure that there are 2, 3, maybe 4 other people here who will receive some kind of backing, that one-time gift, or a multi-100,000 naira or million naira stakeholding opportunity or offer. So look out for those. For putting yourself out there, you are not losing anything. And guess what? When it comes to presentation, your first time is usually the toughest time, usually the hardest time. So it's going to get better. It will get better. It will get better. It will get better. And I'm trusting God that by KBCE next year, I perceive next year, I'm not promising yet, but I perceive that what we're going to do is that we'll do Thursday, Friday virtual, and then Saturday, Sunday live. That I perceive. So I'm trusting God that by next year, this year's KBCE was supposed to cost us maybe about 7 million, 6.5 to 7.5 million if we're done it live. But we decided to take about half of that money to run the operations, grants, deliverables, gifts for especially our external speakers, and just back end stuff, some media related stuff. So, but I'm trusting that by next year, businesses here will be like, hey, how much is KBCE? So it's like 12 million or 15 million. So, Pastor, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm trusting God. So I was like, Pastor, why are you thinking about 15 million? Let it be like 50 million, because we want to give 20 million in grants and use 20 million to run the event and 10 million to honor our guests. Yeah, I believe so. I'm not even joking. I really believe a year with this kind of energy and this kind of insight. I mean, like, tomorrow I'll talk about, other things, but every speaker came ready. Like, what? There was no flat session. Just right. All right. Even for people that share their thoughts from a flat, their session was not flat. Okay. So we thank God for that, and we're grateful to God for you all. We believe in you. Let me celebrate our judges. And to tell you, we're going international. One of our judges is in a different time zone as we speak. That is speaking of the international expression of kings. Come on, people. Let's celebrate. Some of you know I'm always calling Dr. Tobes, Dr. Tobes, Dr. Tobes. Some of you are like, who's this Dr. Tobes now? Now only she will come. Well, Dr. Tobes' husband is Mr. Demola Adewuyi. And I actually referenced him. Yeah, Demola, I preached about you. I used you as an example on, was it Monday or Tuesday, when I spoke about dressing and presentation. And I said Dr. Tobes is blushing. So I used him as an example. The gentleman I was speaking about, that his boss was like, isn't that guy that's always dressing well? That is Mr. Dewey, and being with us from Banex Hotel. Yeah. And just being a correct guy. So thank you for the time. Thank you. Okay, it was yesterday morning. Sorry, a lot has happened between yesterday and now. It feels like I've lived 4 days in the last 2 days. Thank you, Demo. We appreciate you. I hope you're still there. If he's not there, Tobes, give him a hug for me. And then, of course, Minister BBT, Mr. Olisheba Batunde, we honor you so greatly. Thank you. Pastor Uche, Your anchoring skills just keep getting better and better. You know, Google Photos remind you of 3 years ago. So I saw that you actually anchored a panel 3 years ago, 2022, on stage, and just being able to anchor it with that level of fervor and energy and oomph, you know, all through the day. That's really remarkable. Let's also celebrate my EA. Books. Books did a great job. You know, Books did a fantastic job. You know, I said, she said, Peter, I'll just do this workshop yourself. I said, no, why am I doing myself? You've been around me, just extract the key things that we need. And she did it so well in terms of facilitating the practical demonstration of my presentation yesterday. So we honor you all. Thank you for an amazing day. If you know our speakers that came yesterday, I mean, every session, there's no throwaway session. My goodness. So you guys don't know how happy I am. You know, because when you're sharing an untested idea, people have their unspoken concerns, unspoken, will it work? Will it be the same thing? How will it be? You know, I know some of you believe me, Sha, but yeah. So, all right, we're grateful to God. And let me say this, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. But tomorrow, if you like yourself and your whole family, bring them tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be one of the richest services we've had. Yeah? Demo, I miss you. I've missed you, but it's good to see you here. Yeah, you know, don't let me go into the other side. Don't get emotional. But I've missed you. And our short debrief. You know, when I was sharing those futuristic things, Demola is one of those people that will come to me and say, P-Dams, I'm excited that you're sharing this. They'll now give me applications and say, he's so proud that I'm thinking like that. The pastors don't think like that. I miss that futurism. Don't worry, you guys are getting a show. Everybody will enter into the futuristic aspect of my prophetic assignment. All right. So tomorrow is going to be a very rich service. We're going to have short exhortations, more than one. We're going to have declarations. We're going to have prophetic utterances. I actually saw myself in a vision praying for certain people. Early as I woke up pretty early, like 4 something or so. And as I was meditating, I saw myself taking a prophetic action. Right now, I can't remember the full details of it, but I know there's going to be a prophetic release. Okay, I remember. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So there's going to be a prophetic impartation tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, we're going to award prizes tomorrow. And who knows, there might be more prizes than you think. There might be. All right. Are we ready to pray? Are we ready to pray? I'll just say a simple prayer, but tomorrow I'll lead us in other prayers tomorrow. I'll say a simple prayer now, and I'll lead us in other prayers tomorrow. Ora bagashi gagalo santavia canatus falatina. Koro galatiash. As I hear my spirit, I declare, none of you listening to me right now will be small. None, not even one. None will be at the begging end of things. You are launched into a high capacity, high productivity regime of human existence. It shall be said of you indeed, in you all the families of the earth are blessed. You know, there's a company called Dyson. Dyson, it makes vacuum cleaners. It failed so many times, but it was so resolved on ensuring. And Dyson I think in about 20 years, became one of the biggest brands in the world. In about 10 years, one of the biggest brands in the UK. I believe that part of what my King Rose Anointing is doing is not just about the spiritual aspect, it's also about capital development. Today, I release over your life high level productivity, high level capacity, high level results, high level deliverables in the name of Jesus. Somebody say, I have a blow dryer I want. They have a blow dryer I want. Receive it in the name of Jesus. The feedback you need, the resources you need, the insights you need, they now begin to look for you quickly and quickly. They look for you. Yes, and you find them. All of a sudden, it will occur to you that, wow, I thought we were just doing vibes and cruising kings, but wow, these are the new industry captains. These are the captains of the future. Don't forget, David had 400 men in the cave of Adullam. They all looked like jokers. The Bible says they were distressed. They were indebted. They were discouraged. But a couple of years later, they became Abner, Joab, Zeruiah. Give me those other names, right? Dodo, son of Dodo, right? Those guys, listen, don't miss tomorrow because I'm likely to speak about some of those things tomorrow. I call forth the warriors in you, the billionaires in you, the massive investors in you. Those king cities, we shall build them. And you'll be alive to see it. You'll be alive. This thing that we're shooting out of one tiny Dream Space studio. We're going to have a studio city. We'll have a studio city, right? That will co-own. We'll do more together so that when we're presenting KBCE 2030, we're going to have some robots in the place. We're going to have some floating drones in the place. We're going to have some hologram in the place. You'll be able to display your product, the avatar of your product in a cloud, Receive vision like never before. Receive eyes that see like never before. Receive supernatural insights like never before. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. 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 I wanted to ask, I'm going to close in 2 minutes, but ask God for one thing right now. Ask God, what's that one thing you want? And if you can ask for that one thing in 90 days, say, Lord, I'm trusted in 90 days. 90 days. Those of you who've never made your first million, this is it. Those of you who've never seen 5 million at one time in your account, you can ask for that. You've never seen 10 million in your account, ask for that. 20 million at one time in your account, ask for that. And you can increase it. By the way, you can move from 0 to 100 million in one transaction. That's also possible. Thank you, Father. Lord, as your sons and daughters have asked, let them receive. I stand as Eli today over weeping Hannahs who are trusting you for their Samuels. And the same way Eli said to Hannah, may the Lord grant to you as you have desired. Initially, he thought she was drunk. But then when she explained, see, my heart is just broken. I pray for you now. People may think you are drunk. Even religious people may think you are drunk. But by apostolic grace and pastoral oversight, I give to you now miracles of mercy. Mercy, miracles of mercy over your life. That you receive multiples of what you're asking for. Because Samuel was not the only son that Hannah eventually had. He was just the first of other sons. I pray for you that thing you're asking for, you will have multiples. Many of you will gift out that thing that looks impossible. In the next 6 months, it will be what you give out as gifts. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name we have prayed. What a joy. Yeah. Man, I just feel so much love for this house in my heart. We are in for tell people to join Kings now. Tell people, your friends, your neighbors, your sisters, drag them to Kings. Drag them in. Yeah. All right. I'm done. Have a beautiful night. Dapper Papa. Trust Pilans always come with a rhyme. A rhyme and a reason. A rhyme with reason. Yeah. I'm in the red tie because I came ready. Hey, I'm wearing my collar. Come on, Lila. Keep on. No, cola. Camisa, cola. I brought a tight pin because the pin puts it together. All right, people, I'm done. Mr. Sister Moderator, you can close the session. I need to go and rest, I beg. Why does it feel like it's AIP dams on the chair? Right. You don't even know, maybe this is my avatar, people. Maybe this is my avatar.
Thank you so much, Pastor Dami. We're grateful for the
Bless you,
prayers. We're
dear.
grateful for the leadership. We're grateful for seeing ahead the things that we're not seeing. Thank you so much for everything. We're grateful. Please just appreciate Pastor Dami again in the chat box. And quickly, let's say goodbye to all of our friends and siblings, and let them know that you see them bright and early tomorrow at the Gathering of Kings. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow. Share the flyers, share videos. Don't forget to bring something that represents your business because we're going to pray. All right. Let's play some music and vibe out of the Zoom room. Have a great night. God bless you all.